Good. Okay, recording 1, 2, 3. All right. Hope everybody can see me okay. Hey, everybody, it is Jeff here. I told everybody I was going to give you a quick update on what Monday is going to start out as. Basically, what it's going to be is you guys get to join me, because I always say, if you walk in front of me, I may lose you. If you walk behind me, you may lose me. But if you walk on the side of me, in other words, a leader shows where people are going. So what I'm going to do is I'm starting a project, and there are 7 stages in the project. And as you could see yesterday, I wrote those different stages out, and each week I'm going to tell you what the different stages are. And by June 1st, we'll be ready to go. The reason why is because there is something that has always been in my head. One of our Gunny Wright used to always say, and I know you guys don't understand, a gunny is a non-commissioned officer in the United States Marine Corps. He used to say proper planning prevents piss poor performance. Okay? And one of the things that I've always learned with people is as I built the Trucker Coalition, as we build the military coalition, as we were pushing forward the stay-at-home moms movement and the mothers movement, and when COVID came about, and we started teaching people how to, maybe open up your own business. How do you get your LLCs? How do you get your, owner-operator? A lot of my friends, they own trucking companies. And one of the things that I notice is not out there is everybody wants to tell you what to do, but they won't show you what to do. And the ones that will show you what to do, you're not looking or listening to them because they're showing their teams what to do, not realizing there's a broader base out there for people that need their expertise. So what I'm going to do, and you can start this at any time, and if you want to start side by side with me, that'd be great. First off, I'm not better than anybody. Get that out of the way right now. I'm not smarter than anybody. I'm not better than anybody. The ideas we're going to put forth are basically leadership traits and leadership ideas that we are going to go ahead and start implementing. And there's going to be a lot of failure along the way. But on Monday, we start with the simple one. First thing you got to do is you got to have a reason why. Okay? And we're going to go into detail all week next week over about the whys. We're going to write down our whys. And the thing about it is, as we're writing the whys, we're also going to be reading a chapter of a book every day. We're going to be reading every day, just for a few minutes. It's not very hard. I'm going to show you how you can read the books in your vehicles. I can show you how wherever you're out and about. Then I also want to show you guys what audiobooks does. Then I want to show you about a couple of the ideas that you take from those books. Now, stage 1 is the reason why. Okay? Without a reason why, without a goal in mind, nothing you say, do, nothing you go after will mean anything at all, and it'll be very, very easy for you to just quit, give up, and say, I'm done. It's kind of like those New Year's resolutions you guys have already basically given up on, or you never did do in the first place. What I'm going to do is I've got projects I have to get done, and I'm going to bring you guys along with me. If you want to join my team, great. If not, I'm going to tell you about a bunch of other teams. There's a lot of other businesses out there hiring, and they are all on the same wavelength, and they're all on the same path in the stages that I'm going to show each and every one of you. The only difference is I'm not going to just tell you. I'm going through the actions as I do them. And the very first thing is we're going to come up with the reason why. I'm also going to have my mentors on here. They're going to give you a little instruction. I'm going to read out of some different books so that you can understand why things work and why they don't. Because one of the things is you can learn from other people's failures on how to have success. I will be open and honest about the things that I've had failures with and what I've had success with. And it's not just about business. It's about living day to day, every single day. Why am I doing this? Because I have ups and downs also. I know what a person who's going through PTSD, what they're capable of doing. Not because I'm in their shoes. I can never imagine what's in their mind. But because people have depression. I have depression. People are fighting battles. I'm fighting battles. People don't always, when we write things down and we do things, people don't understand what we're doing. And if somebody looks at them wrong or looks at them a different way, they think we're the craziest people in the world. And that's not the case at all. So I'm here to show you how to go about doing things, what to say, what to do. You got to come up with your own thought process. But what I can do is I can show you the backbone of how proper training, how proper motivation goes. We do daily motivation to where I read to you guys all the time. We do motivation to where I can quote you from Jim Rohn until I'm blue in the face. I can tell you to go on YouTube and go to Art Williams. I can tell you to go read Brian Carruthers' books as much as I want, but that doesn't mean you're going to do it. Or I can read them to you. And as I'm reading to you, I'm actually going to take notes also. As I'm going through all this stuff, I am going to be telling you what I'm capturing out of each individual thing. And if you want to tell me what you got out of that lesson for that day or what we're going with, then please tell me, because I'd like to know what you're looking at so that maybe I can see things a little bit differently also. This is an interactive program we're going to do. And June 1st is then when we put it all into play. And as we're getting everything ready, we are prepping, okay? Proper planning. So we got to get the prep done. It's like before you bake a cake, before you make a lasagna, anything you do. And we're going to have examples of doing that. Why we have to prep first. Why we have to write stuff down first. Why we can't just go and do it because it doesn't exist yet. It's like inventing the car before anybody even knows what a wheel is. So basically, we have to put all the work in. And hopefully you guys will understand the process it takes to get where you want to be. There is nothing free in life. And I don't mean money-wise. I'm talking about spiritually, mentally, physically, yes, and financially. Because everything we're going to do is about teamwork, is about listening to each other, about learning from those who came before us. Okay? One of my best friends always says, God put us here in pairs. We don't do things individually. If he wanted us to do things individually, then there would only be one of us. But there's not. I believe in working in teams. I believe in having workout partners. But those are different stages for later on. On Monday, what I want you to think about this weekend, because I want you guys to post this stuff in the comments or send over to me, because I'm going to keep boards on it. I want to know 100 reasons why. Okay? Yes, 100. If you can't think of 100, that's fine. Go as far as you can on why you want to get a different job, why you want to make more money, why you want to help more people. I want to know if your why is because you're a parent. I want to know if your why is because you want to help raise money for something. I want to know if your why is because maybe you're trying to raise money for autism. Maybe you're trying to raise money for St. Jude. I want to know if your why is because you're sick of, living and you would rather have a life. I want to know what that why is. And basically, I want you to come up with 100 answers. Because then on Monday, when I advertise the why and what the why means, which is kind of like I'm doing right now, we're then each day going to strip away all the whys. And we're going to come up with the most important why you have. So I want you to put as many things down on a piece of paper as you can, because then each day we're going to eliminate another one. The reason why is because sometimes we get our whys mixed up with our wants. Okay? We do not want to get whys mixed up with our wants. And no, that did not come from any book. That comes directly from me. There is a difference between a why and a want. Our whys are about life and death. Our whys are you cannot live without. Our whys are the difference between drinking water or basically dying because you're dehydrated. Our whys are like being in the middle. Oh man, why do I need water in the middle of a desert? Oh, that's right, because I'm going to die if I don't get water. Okay? It's like somebody having a gun at your head or at one of your kids' heads and saying, hey, what's your reason why? That child can be your reason why. And I won't lie to you. My whys, since I've been out of the Marine Corps, first my why was military. It was I wanted to create an environment to where I can bring all my brothers and sisters from, well, I actually started with 2nd Battalion, 8th Marines, Echo and Golf Company, and also the guys I served with in boot camp, which was Fox Company, and then it became like, okay, maybe the guys on board the ship that were Navy that we all got to know really well and everything else. But later on it became out, I wanted to have a place for everybody. So when I got into this has nothing to do with what I do now. My why was that. Then my daughter was born. My why became my daughter. And the thing about it is, I didn't want to give up on her. So I had to make her I had to put her out front. I had to make sure that I could see what my why was every day. So I had a purpose. My why has been my father. My why has been my nephews. My why has been my family farm. My whys have been the very things that I cherish in my life. But what can I not live without? Some people's whys may be just to put just to put food on the table. Some people's whys may be to get another truckload for their truck so that they can keep making money as an owner operator. Some people's why may be because they just need to get a job. And it's okay to have simple whys, but you need to write as many whys down as possible. Now, people are not going to be honest with me on their whys. I get that already. You don't have to put those whys on there if you don't want to. But you do need to write it down wherever you're at. You need to be ready to talk to yourself on your phone without anybody listening to you. Because there's a lot of things we can do to build you up to get ready to go. A lot of you are going to take off like a bird. Simple bird. Just got pushed out of the nest. Others is going to take a little bit more. I won't lie to you. I have never been the smartest person in the world. Trust me. I can't tell you. I didn't even want to go to high school half the time. I probably missed more days of high school than anybody you can imagine. I'm not afraid to admit that. It was stupid of me. But I had a lot going on in my head. But when I found a reason. Now, this I'm going to say now. One of my biggest reasons I joined the Marine Corps is because I felt like I was going nowhere with my life. I got sick and tired of everybody telling me, no, you can't do this, or, oh, you're not going to amount to anything, or, oh, you're just a useless piece of space, or, oh, you can never, get this person, or, oh, you can never work there, or do that, or you're never going to be able to be a business owner, you're not smart enough. I've been told many times, I'm not smart enough, I'm not talented enough, I don't have the ambition. At one time, believe it or not, people said I don't got the energy. And I'm falling back on that again. I'm doing this as much as for you as I'm doing it for myself. And I'm going to lead by example. And I'm going to show you how we can actually learn from our failures in life. This is not all going to be success. This is what we're building up to have success. What we have to do to have success every single day. And that's what I'm going to start doing. But I'm going to do it in a format to where you guys can see that we can be all over the place. But then each day we got to bring it together, trim off the fat, put it down, and get ready for the next day. When I went to the Marine Corps, let's start over with this one. When I went to the Army boot camp between my junior and senior year, okay, I joined the Army for the National Guard. Me, Charlie Noble, several others. And we went to boot camp. I went to Fort Leonard Wood. A lot of people think I've only been a Marine. No, I started out in the Army. Now, why did I start out in the Army? Because my dad was in the Army. My uncles were in the Army. And I wanted to get out of Dodge for a little bit. I was depressed. I was not getting anywhere. I wanted to do more with my life. I was upsetting people because I just wasn't happy with my life, so they weren't happy. I wasn't happy with them either. Because I got used to doing the same old every day, and I don't like that. It's like the book The Dream Giver that I read all the time to you guys. Ordinary got sick, tired of just being mediocre. I've never had a calling for fame or anything like that. What I do is I'm trying to show those that need the inspiration to do it. And this is how I do it. If people don't like it, fine. But they don't have to watch. But if you want to follow us along on the journey, I started out in the Army. But because it was the National Guard, even though Sergeant Quigley was a great guy, when I graduated my senior year, I needed to get out. I needed something more. And I knew if I did not get out at that moment, if I did not make that decision right then and there, I would question and doubt myself the rest of my life. Oh yeah, sure, I didn't have to join the Marines. I was already in the Army. Oh sure, I didn't have to join the Army. I probably could have got a factory job. But if I did all that, then the people that I love the most, I would let down. I would let myself down. On Monday, come knowing that this is for you first. Come knowing that what we're about to do is become better together. And we will not have to worry about the system. We will not have to worry about everything going on. I really do have a desire to help people. And this is my only way of doing it. Tomorrow's Sunday. Invite people to go to church with you on Sunday. They don't have to be religious. They don't even gotta love God or anything like that. But you can invite them to be a friend. We need to matter once again in life. So, I'm going to show you. And if you want to join me, that's what I'm hoping for. And I'm hoping I can inspire some people, lead some people show people, different ideas. I'll tell you what, the very first time I ever wrote a business plan, I had no freaking clue what I was doing. Seriously. But it came to a point to where I didn't want somebody else designing my business plan for me. I didn't want somebody else's idea. I wanted my ideas because everybody else's ideas were not working. And trust when I say my business plan got written many, many times. I had a 60-page business plan. By the way, never write one that big. They don't have to be that big. But then I also got graph paper and I drew out the buildings and I basically started putting down what I wanted to do. And I kept on it every single day. And I knew it was important because it was me doing it, nobody else. And because it was an original idea. Kind of like my tattoo that I'm going to get again. I'm designing it myself. I don't have any Marine Corps tattoos, believe it or not. A lot of people think, oh, you're a Marine, you don't got a tattoo. It's one reason why people say, oh, you were never in the Marine Corps. No, I was. I just didn't want to get any of the tattoos. I wanted, I was fixated on my job at hand. I did get tattoos, just not any moto tattoos. So while we're doing this, each week I'm going to have maybe one, maybe two people also get on here, and I may pre-record those to ask them questions on, tell them what the reasons why are and what approaches we have to take. And then after we talk to them, we're going to approach those levels. Now, all of you think that I always push like Brian Carruthers or Rich Ellerman. No, I have some of the greatest leaders in the world that have nothing to do with network marketing or business. I have colonels and generals from the Marine Corps and from the Army. I got sergeant majors that when I got out of the Marine Corps were first sergeants and some of the greatest people around who inspire. They weren't thinking business. They were thinking about being a leader to get the job done that needed to be done. Some of my biggest inspirations. My biggest inspiration is my dad. He's never given up on me a day in my life. It's one reason why I'll never give up on him. I've never been beaten as a child. I don't do drugs. I really don't drink. Every once in a while, maybe for the Marine Corps birthday. But that comes because I had good role models. I had people in my life that were reminding me who I was. Now, granted, I also had people in my life reminding me I was never going to mount to a hill of beans. I still have people to this day, if I go certain places, they try to bully me. It's really funny because I look at them like they're crazy. Or they heard something. What they don't understand is I'm ignoring them. Because I'll go where I'm celebrated, not tolerated. And I don't want to get around people that have to depend on alcohol to tolerate others or to be tolerated. I don't have any problems with alcohol. I open nightclubs, remember? A lot of people don't know that about me. But my reason why is the reason why I got out of that business. Not because it was a bad business, not because of all the drama going on, not because of all the crap. I got out of it because I owed it to myself to do better, and be able to basically close something down and open and try something else. To be able to erase everything and start all over again. The wealthiest people in the world have failed time and time again. They have lost everything and they're still able to build it back up. So why is it that somebody that is not wealthy and they fail does not build things back? Because it's a matter of mind, body, and spirit. It's a matter of proper planning prevents poor performance. Got any right? I got that from you. Some of the greatest people, First Sergeant Military, I think he later on became a Sergeant Major. First Sergeant Squires, who later on became a Sergeant Major. I'm still in touch with these leaders because they still inspire me. My father still inspires me. There are people in my family that still inspire me. And the only thing I keep thinking about is what these people have told me. Don't give up. Keep going. Don't give in. Keep going. If you're running the race and you slow down, that's fine. But keep going. All you have to do is finish, and that's a success. It doesn't matter who beat you. There's always going to be somebody faster. There's always going to be somebody stronger. There's always going to be somebody that's more intelligent or better suited to talk with people. But that's fine. That's always going to be there. You're always going to have somebody that can do better. But the whole idea is, who cares? Because this is your show. This is what you need to do. Want to run a marathon? Fine. Quit thinking you got to run the whole thing. And if you have to, just walk. Just complete it. Want to bake a cake? Get the recipes out. Who cares if you fail? Sometimes the best failures in life are what have saved most of our lives. Good example would be penicillin. Penicillin came about because a petri dish was left out. They didn't even know what happened. Look it up. Penicillin was just an accident. And now we have to be careful because I think our bodies are becoming immune to penicillin. But think about it. All you have to do is complete what it is you want to do. And then move up. Then move up. If you think you're rock bottom, all that is a launching platform for what you can do. If you have PTSD or if you're depressed and you're not reaching out, then what you got to do is you got to take control of your life. You don't have to make massive changes. All you have to do is get out of bed. All you have to do is do one push-up. All you have to do is do one thing that will improve your life or that you do separate from what you've already been doing. Because whatever it is you're doing now has not worked. And that's a positive. Because now you can learn from the very things that did not work for you and move forward and change what you failed at and create a success out of it. Every one of you matters. It doesn't matter what walk of life you come from. It doesn't matter what color of skin you are. It does not matter what social elites you've been around or, if you're rich or poor, male or female. It doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, bi, or anything like that. What matters the most is you. What matters the most is you making those decisions. Do it for you. If you do it for you, and then add a reason why for somebody else, which is important, your chances of success increase. Because a lot of us, we've failed so many times, we never thought we could get back up again. And we have to have a positive impact on the people around us because they're looking for us to lead. They're looking for somebody to tell them, hey, it's okay now. Yes, you can, danger is real. Fear is not. There's a thing on YouTube with Will Smith, basically flat out saying, danger is real, fear is not. And some people are so fearful of their future, or so fearful of what's going on, or so fearful of failing, that they don't even try. Just like in my hometown, there's so many people that live in my hometown who have never as much as crossed the Mississippi River 3 blocks away just to say they've been to Missouri. Why? Because they're fearful. Why do it if you don't have to? Well, why do it? Because you do have to. But you have to do it for you. You have to do it so you can see there's more out there. You can't lock yourself in a closet and wait to die. How good is that? I mean, that means nothing. All of us have a purpose. And I'm hoping, starting on Monday, we can bring light to your purpose no matter where you're at in the world. No matter where you're at in the United States. No matter where you're at in Canada. No matter where you're at in Central and South America. No matter where you're at in Africa. No matter where you're at, in China or Korea. Russia even. But first you need to matter. And right now, let me be the first to tell you, not only do you matter, but you have the potential to do some of the greatest things in life. Some of the greatest people around us and will be around us are not even born yet. Somebody that takes things to the next level, well, great. We have to build the footwork. We have to build up, the planning so when that person does show up, they're ready to go. Every day forgive each other. Every day be great. Because I think you are. My name is Jeffrey Jansen. I'm not perfect. I never have been. I'm nobody to shout at. But I will lead by example. And when I fail, I'll tell you I failed. And when I succeed, I'll thank you for helping me succeed. Because in life, it's not about what we want. It's about what we need. If you do it correctly, you will always get what you need. And you have to separate the want over the need. We need water. We need food. We need love. We don't need that expensive sports car or the huge house. We don't need the perfect woman, you know, that's a supermodel. We don't need that stuff. We may want that stuff. And so many people want it so bad that they will spend their life fortune and lose everything and never be able to regain it. Why? Because you got to separate the wants and the needs. As Ordinary got into the desert because the dream giver was telling him. You know, he was mad. He didn't hear anything. He didn't see anything. He was in the desert for years and years, and he just, what the heck is going on here? And he started blaming the dream giver. He cussed at the dream giver. He's mad at the dream giver. He's throwing a fit, throwing a tantrum at the dream giver. You never did. You promised me. You promised me. And what did the dream giver say? Ordinary, when you were in the desert, when you were thirsty, did you not drink? Well, yeah, but that don't mean anything. Okay. When in the desert, did you not eat? Well, yeah. So how did I wrong you? You wronged me because you didn't get what you want and only got what you needed? And until we start thinking like that, we're never going to get out of the limbo zone we're in, or the desert that just seems to go on for miles. Because until you're willing to admit to yourself what your why is and what you need to do, or take back things you said, we're not going to go anywhere. And I can't sit on the sidelines, you know, and baby people, but I can show you by example. I can lead you by example. We'll never know whose lives we can save. But I can tell you, if you do nothing, you will get nothing. If you want that promotion and do nothing, you won't get the promotion. You want to make money, but you don't do anything else about it, you won't make any money. Why? Because you're not putting forth the effort. It wasn't important enough. If somebody puts a gun to your kid's head, I bet you anything you'll do whatever it takes to make sure that child is safe. So why can you not apply that to your own life? Because you're not safe right now. You would protect your own child, but you won't protect yourself. That's the way you got to look at it. Some of you, it's just a really hard realization. So, all right, everybody. Hope you're all having a great Saturday evening, and I look forward to talking with everybody later. All right? God bless. Talk with everybody soon. See ya.